Yes, lads, welcome back to the series and season finale of the Everton career mode. So, episode 40, as we clarified, is the final one, which we're doing for this particular team. We're going to move on to some more teams in the future, do a few shorter series and see what we can do with that. Because I like doing the sort of style career modes that a lot of you like to watch, like the ones which Docs does. They're just long career modes, you spend a lot of time on them. But now I'm thinking that maybe I could do just a few rebuilds in between. I'm going to do something like that anyway. That's what I'm planning on doing. And yeah, we're at the end of the series, so we're going to have a look at the end of the season stats. Kobar got 50 games, 22 clean sheets. Absolutely tremendous performance from him. Freddie Woodman was nowhere near the starting 11 this year. He had a few games last season, but he was literally about as close to playing for Everton, like towards the end of the season, as I am. So yeah, it's a shame for him. But Callum Styles, wow, he absolutely took the place of Michaelenko, phenomenally. He was a revelation, to be honest. He scored probably the best goal in the save, and Michaelenko was relegated to just 22 appearances. You can tell the difference between the two. Styles played the same amount of games, basically, scored an extra goal, got the same assists, and got twice as many clean sheets. So that's what happened there. The back three as well. Ndicka, Koundé and Godfrey, they're all tremendous. They're all absolutely fantastic. I feel blessed to have all three in a back five. And this man, he's probably been the signing of the series so far. Well, I mean, he will be the signing of the series so far since it's over. But, I mean, he's just fantastic. He's gone up by 3 this season, and he really, really has improved our defence. No end. No end. He's so good. And I feel really happy to have all three. And Godfrey, and as a actual player who started the save, he's been fantastic. John Stones as well. He played 30 games over the season. I think he only played about 15 for us, but it was a decent signing. He came in, did his job while Zubeldia was out injured. He was better than Zubeldia when he played. To be fair, I don't mind Zubeldia, but he's a little bit on the sluggish side. But Stonesy was pretty good. Liam Freeman looks all right, doesn't he? I was thinking Coleman as well. Unfortunately, he's retiring this season, and it's a shame to see him go. He's been fantastic when he's played, to be honest. Not as good as Frimpong, of course, but obviously Frimpong came in and did do the big job of replacing Coleman. He's been really good as well since we paid £50 million to bring him in. Declan Rice again. Probably the best midfielder in the Champions League this year. 7 assists in 10 games. No goals, but that's not what you need from him. He's the destroyer, and he was fantastic. He really was. He's kept Allen sometimes out of the team. They've sort of shared the role, but I think Declan Rice has played more minutes. But I like both of them. I really. Harley Cooper looks decent as well. Look at him. He looks like a little bit of a future baller. But yeah, Allen as well. I love Allen. I think he's such an underrated player in real life. And on FIFA, he's immense to use. He really is. Him and Declan Rice, fantastic holding midfielders. And then we've got Moussa Diaby. Is there anything else I can say about Moussa Diaby apart from he's absolutely exceptional? 39 games, 23 goals, 9 assists from a winger. Absolutely exemplary from him. He was ridiculous. And 16 goals in the league is really good for a winger. Anthony Gordon didn't play a single minute for us. We loaned him out to West Ham. And there his stats. Conor Gallagher was a good signing for the save. He's done pretty good, hasn't he? Scored about 3 worldies out of 3 this season, I think, and got 7 assists. Not quite as good as Camavinga, I don't think. But he still does a decent job. He played twice as many games. But I have a feeling Camavinga might have outshined him when he played. That's why he got a lot more game time after January. But he was a good signing. Started the Champions League final and was wonderful in that, as we beat Liverpool, of course, and then Renato Sanchez. Oh my days. He has dropped off in terms of his product and output compared to what it was in the first season. But the second season, he got that horrible injury. And this season, he has really come back. 17 assists and the top assister in the Premier League with 15. And then we've got this man, Richarlison, the best player in this save, in my opinion. He's absolutely tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. 32 contributions in 42 games, but that doesn't tell the whole story. He's the guy who gets the second assist, and he always starts attacks. Wonderful, wonderful captain for the team, and really happy we've got him. We've also got Simon Prott as well. 6 goals, 6 assists in 18. That's not bad for a free agent who's 20. I don't think that's bad whatsoever. 84 rated. He could have a good future if we did more of the save. Kotnik as well, 89 rated. He is absolutely exceptional. 21 goals, 8 assists for him this season. I mean, we've had like 6 players who have scored over 15 goals, so I can't really complain with the level of goal scoring output we've had this season. It's been fantastic. I think we've had 5, to be honest. Because Keane's another one. He's got 21 in 25. Only played 25 games. He's got that many goals. That itself is a tremendous record. The only games he hasn't really scored in are ones which I've simulated. But yeah, great performance from him as well. James Holloway's on loan at Burnley. He scored 1 goal. Oh, that's a little bit rough. But here we are. This is the guy I wanted to see. The best player this season. Dusan Vlahovic came in and replaced DCL. 38 games, 34 goals and 18 assists. He only played 38 games because of the amount of rotation in the team, but he got 22 goals in 25 games in the league. And he really replaced Calvert-Lewin exceptionally well. So absolutely thrilled with that. But we are actually going to have a look at the season objectives and if we pass them or not. So to start off with, we would first like to sign 3 marquee players who are recorded as world-class potential, or at least to that point. So who did we sign again? Vlahovic, who was 88 rated when we signed him. Koundé, 87 rated when we signed him. And Declan Rice, who was 87 rated when we signed him. So we've passed that with flying colours. That is, again, the bolstering of the squad has been absolutely exceptional. So we would expect you to finish at the top of the pile this season. Would expect to at least finish above Liverpool. Again, that was done pretty well, I'd say. I'm quite pleased with that, to be honest. We did that comfortably. And we beat with the Champions League final. The board would also like you to increase the squad depth of the squad. I don't know why I worded it like that. Make sure you sign youth players. Yep, we did that. We signed Camavinga, of course. We signed Kotnik. We signed Prot. Signed a couple of the young players, and they really were good this season. And they did bolster the squad. And then having qualified for the UCL again this season, we expect you to reach the semi-finals at the very least. We won it. We've only gone and bloody done it. We've won it. Honestly, what a tremendous season we've had this year. And, I mean, all the objectives passed with flying colours. Which you don't normally see. I don't think we saw that in Season 2, did we? We had to do rid of the face cam failure. And obviously, in future series, we're going to have to do the face cam thing, which is going to be difficult in working out how to record and when to record. But, you know, in general, I'm not too fussed about that. But season objectives, absolutely smashed with flying colours. I just can't believe we've done it so handily. And I thought the hardest one would be semi-finals of the Champions League. We literally beat Barcelona and Real Madrid on the way through, and then Chelsea, and then Liverpool. So no complaints from me. Tremendous, tremendous squad we've got. And I mean, the 86 overall players that we've signed. Have you ever seen a better signing in a career mode than Koundé? Like how he's performed. Kobal's been great, yeah, but honestly, absolutely tremendous. But as well for the forfeits, we did actually avoid every single one. Just want to remind you what they were. Failure to complete fewer than 2 other objectives will end the entire Everton career mode. It's over anyway, guys. It is what it is. I don't fancy pushing the team any further. 3 seasons is plenty enough for me. If you fail to win the league, you'll be required to do 500 push-ups on camera. That's an easy requirement, by the way, 500 push-ups. But, you know, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. It's easy enough, but I'm not that fussed. And if you do not make the semi-finals of UCL, then you'll have to finish Everton career mode. Again, pretty much the same as the first one. You're not allowed to return, which was like, I want to return to these in the future in new FIFAs. So that'd have been a shame. And if you fail any objectives before the end of the season, do the rest of the season series with face camera on. So we avoided that as well. But I mean, again, I'm not that fussed about that. But yeah, as I say, quite difficult objectives to get through, and the forfeits themselves were hard. We passed in, as I say, with flying colours. Really, really well done this season from the boys. And I'm absolutely thrilled. I really am. We've done really, really well all season. The boys have performed tremendously well all the way through. And all that's left to do now before we wrap up the series is to have a look who the best players in the save were. So we've got quite a list coming, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. I'll show you the order as I transition now. Let's have a quick look. Best players in the save. We've got first place Richarlison. I don't think there's any complaints with that. He was, again, absolutely tremendous in this save. I keep saying that word, but he really was. Probably the top assister every season for us, or at least up there, and then one of the top scorers for us. Calvert-Lewin, the actual top scorer for us over the first 2 seasons, moved to Chelsea for like 200 million. But, you know, he was still the second best player in the save. I can't be bitter about that. He was tremendous. Then third place, we have Jules Koundé, and he was very, very good. He really showed up the defence in this third season. We ended up with 22 clean sheets this season alone, and last season we only ended up with like 10. I don't think even that were like 7, weren't it, overall? Fourth best player in the save, I would say Dusan Vlahovic. I mean, it's a bit, I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but just how good he was this season. The only reason we won the league and the Champions League was because he was firing on all cylinders towards the end of the season. Fifth place, I got Moussa Diaby, the second season sensation, who obviously was signed from Bayer Leverkusen. He was a great signing, wasn't he? He really, really was. Gregor Kobel as the sixth choice as well. So you can't complain with either of them. I think they both deserve to be up there for what they added to the team. And then we have the best of the rest. Look at the amount of players that we've had in this save who were tremendous in their own way. So we had Renato Sanchez, who was very unlucky to miss out on this list. Same with Alan as well, who I did really like. Ben Godfrey and Evan Ndicka are also fantastic as central defenders. Kotnik as a free agent. Probably the best signing in terms of how much it cost, because it cost nothing. And then Frimpong and Coleman as the right wing backs. Coleman in season 1, and then Frimpong halfway through season 2. They really were fantastic for us. Callum Styles as well gets in ahead of Michaelenko. Because Michaelenko were I didn't think he was very good. I really didn't. I thought he were limited on the ball. He didn't do much. Season 1 he was decent, and then season 2 and 3 sort of dropped off the mark. And then we have Gallagher and Rice as a midfield pairing, along with Camavinga as well, to be fair. All pretty much interchangeable on how important they were to the save. I'd actually go out on a limb and say that Declan Rice was the best out of the 3 because of his assisting record in season 3 after we signed him. He was great. He showed up that holding midfield role, even though Alan was doing an exceptional job as well. And the final 4, Camavinga's on there twice. What's he doing? He was that good, he's on there twice. That is maybe a mistake on my part. I think I jumped the gun a little bit with that one. But then with the final 3, Moise Kean, obviously, 21 in 25 in the third season. And then the 2 forgotten sons, Ali and Gray. Can't remember where we sold Damari Gray to, but he was very good. And Dele Alli to Man United. Good piece of business for us, but it was really good in season 1. And that's all the players we've got for the best players in the save. So I don't think that's a bad list, to be honest, by any stretch of the imagination. I'm quite happy that we've got all them players in there and showing them the love and support they deserve. So final look at the new section. Everton double up. We really did. Apparently we have rewritten the history books of Everton and lifted the Champions League and Premier League to complete a double. Be a dramatic climax to a remarkable campaign. Everton supporters are already wondering if there might be more to come from their boys. Unfortunately not. I'm thinking about doing a 5-year plan after this for the Everton save. And I might do up to season 8. And a bit like what a few YouTubers do with the rebuild saves they do. I just fancy doing that at the moment. So we're the end of the game cycle basically, so it doesn't really matter. And the table at the end of the season, we scored 100 goals, got 100 points, and a goal difference of 69. Hey!
Nice.
All jokes aside, that was actually a really good season. And I'm thrilled that we managed to stay at the top of the pile for most of the year, 12 points above the noisy neighbours Liverpool, and we were just exceptional season. We only lost 2 games. One was a sim, which we lost 2-1 to Aston Villa, and one was a 3-2 loss to Tottenham, which were just absolute rubbish. I don't even know how to put it into words. The vocabulary does not compute how bad it was. But the teams relegated were indeed Aston Villa, whose win against us couldn't save them, and then Newcastle and Millwall. Doc says Millwall. So they've gone down. Burnley and Palace have stayed up along with Bournemouth. And good for them. Good for them. I'm absolutely chuffed for them. But we'll have a look at other leagues while we're here. River Plate have won the LPF, the Argentinian Super League, whatever it's called. I don't know. Boca Juniors have finished second quite comfortably. The winners of the championship, Fulham and Norwich. So Fulham win the league on 100 points like us, 89 points for Norwich, and then Sheffield United probably gone up again. I think that was season 1, you know. That was pretty much the season 1 apart from Norwich. Those teams went up. Sunderland, Plymouth Argyle and Bolton have gone down. And Derby and Birmingham have escaped by the skin of their teeth. While we've got the same winners in Liège 1, 97 points. This league is so boring. I just don't know how how to deal with the fact that PSG win it every year. It's so boring.
Boring, right? So boring. I want to kill myself.
But I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to get too upset about it. Olympique Lyon and Marseille finished second and third. Why? Estac Troyes, FC Lorient and Clermont Foot 63 are relegated to the Ligue 2 Nationale. So Bundesliga table as well. We've got new winners. VfL Wolfsburg, 77 points. They've smashed it, haven't they? They've only lost 3 games all season. While Leipzig have got 71 points. Bayern have got 69. Again, and then was it Leverkusen with 66, Hertha with 56, and same with Dortmund on 56. Terrible run of form from them. Also relegated is Arminia Bielefeld and Schalke 04. Schalke 04. Look how tight that bottom 5 is. Mainz, Augsburg and Bochum only survived by 1 point. Winners of Serie A are familiar faces in Inter Milan. Napoli finished second, which would have been nice to see them end their trophy drought of winning the league. Piemonte Calcio finished third, while Roma finished fourth. Jose Mourinho's Roma. And then the rest of the teams. That's pretty much the top 8 what you'd expect in Serie A, isn't it? It really is. Who got relegated? Let's have a look. Nani's Venezia, Genoa and Spezia. So the A teams got relegated this season. All you needed is Salernitana. Salernitana? I don't have to say that name. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, that's who got relegated in that league. Ajax and PSV finished as the top 2 in the Eredivisie. And Ajax win the league quite handily, to be fair. AZ get a European Cup spot. Same with Utrecht. Liga Portugal winners are Benfica. Back on form. Sporting Lisbon finished second. Porto finished fourth behind Vitória. What is this witchcraft? I'm not sure I've seen that before. That's the top 3 every season. Sometimes Braga, but never Vitória. I mean, very, very good for them. A quick look at the Championship as well. The Scottish Premier League. Not Championship, sorry. The Scottish Premier League. It used to be called the Scottish Championship, didn't it? But yeah, Celtic win the league quite comfortably. Actually, not that comfortably. And Rangers and Hearts are on 62 points. Aberdeen on 58. That's actually quite a close SPL as well. The game's balanced itself out. Also, we have different winners in the Liga Santander as well. Barcelona have won it for the first time in like 6 seasons. Real Madrid have finished second. They've done decent, obviously. But they'll be bitterly disappointed that they've lost to their rivals. And Valladolid, Alaves and Girona have got relegated. I love my accents, by the way, guys. I'm sorry. It's terrible, but I just love doing them. But that's the only leagues we're going to have a look at. Obviously, nice for us to win the league. It'd be decent to do another season, but I just think it's best if we don't. The series has sort of died off a little bit. It's not why I do videos, but I just want to try something new. We're coming to the end of the game cycle. It'll take me another like 2 weeks to finish the season off, if not. That's just a long time. It might take 3 weeks, to be fair. This series has gone on for 2 months. It's been 3 seasons, so averages out at like 3 weeks a season. So I'd rather just try and get it pretty much over and done with. The financial report is in as well. Obviously, you saw at the start of the episode, we made a lot of money on winning the UCL and a lot of money, like a hell of a lot of money on winning the league. £180 million from that. We've finished with a profit margin of £280 million. And not quite bad. A 73 manager rating is quite bizarre for a team who won the Champions League and the Premier League. Something doesn't quite add up there. I'm not really sure what, but the game seems a little bit broken to me.
It stinks.
That is a very handy profit, that, isn't it? £471 million, over £1 billion in earnings, and £600 million in expenses. And the club worth is £1.14 billion now, and the projection is 1.41. I've never even noticed that before, you know? How weird is that? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, we're near the end of the episode now, and we are getting ready to finish the series off as my computer fan just decides to have an absolute meltdown on me. Wow, that's very loud. Even if I try and get rid of that, that's going to still be on there. But the season performance review is satisfactory. I don't even know what to say. I can't even with this game.
Can't even with this place.
But we move. I'm not gonna, as I said earlier, I'm not gonna get hung up on stuff, which doesn't matter. But we've still had an amazing series. We've won 2 Premier Leagues, a Champions League, and no cups because we don't want to win any cups. We've just done decent. 2 Premier League titles is actually equal to Liverpool's now I think about it, because they won in the second season and they won one in 2018-19. So, or 2019-20, I think it might have been that one. But yeah, we've done really, really well. As I keep saying, as I will say again, tremendous performance by us this season. Obviously amazing. And we're just going to see what budget they give us for next season in this hypothetical next season we're going to do. So, yeah, it's a shame the series is over. I can take suggestions if anyone wants to do anything in particular, but I'm thinking about doing like certain rebuilds with certain teams. I just feel like that's the way I want to go towards the end of the FIFA cycle. So we've got about 2 months left until the new one. Wait, what month are we in? About 3 months left until the next one, and hopefully we can keep improving and striving towards getting the best content possible. So it's been a decent series. I'm really, really impressed with how the team's performed, and it's a shame for it to come to an end, but it has to at some point. We did 4 seasons with Fulham, and that's just 1 season in the Championship. I like the 3 seasons sort of thing. We did 1 season with Hertha, 1 with England, and that's all we needed to do for them. But the finances they've been giving us for next season, 300 million nearly. That'd be so fun to spend, but we don't even need to because the team's that damn good. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. I'm not too fussed. But as I say, I really appreciate watching the series, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video on the channel in the next few days. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. See you later.